The story begins with a young girl named Maria standing at her father's funeral. Her father, George, was an army colonel who lost his life in war. After paying her respects, Maria goes with her guardian, Miss Haley, to meet a lawyer, and that's where she hears something shocking. The lawyer tells her that her father had been living in London for a long time and had fallen into heavy debt. Because of that, he sold everything. Their house, their property, everything. Maria, holding back tears, says, "That can't be true. He wrote to me saying he was coming home." But the lawyer simply replies, "I don't know anything about that." He hands her one final thing her father left behind, a book. A book about the history of Moonacre Valley. That night, Maria starts reading it, and what she discovers feels almost magical. Hundreds of years ago, there was a girl in Moonacre Valley, so kind and pure that Mother Nature herself blessed her with magical pearls. From that day on, she became known as the Moon Princess. In the valley, two families lived, the Dinoir family and the Merriweather family. The Moon Princess belonged to the Dinoir family, and she fell in love with a man named Ralph Merriweather. Her father, William, arranged their marriage. As a gift, Ralph was given a black lion, and in return, he gifted the Moon Princess a white unicorn. One day, the Moon Princess revealed the magical pearls to both families. She explained that these pearls could bring endless wealth and even read a person's heart. Suddenly, the painting in Maria's room starts moving. Terrified, Maria quickly shuts the book. The next day, Maria is forced to leave her home because it's already been sold. Miss Haley tells her, "I'm coming with you. I promised your mother I'd take care of you." Now Maria is on her way to live with her uncle, Sir Benjamin. The journey is rough and uncomfortable. To distract herself, Maria starts knitting with Miss Haley. After hours of travel, they finally reach the gates of Moonacre Valley. A servant named Digweed slowly opens the gate, but suddenly, two men attack Maria and Miss Haley. They belong to the Dinoir family. Maria calls out for help, but Digweed can barely hear anything. Thinking quickly, Maria stabs one attacker with a needle, and Miss Haley knocks the other one down. Just in time, Digweed opens the gate and brings them inside. The gates slam shut behind them, leaving the attackers furious outside. Soon, they arrive at the Merriweather Manor. Miss Haley tries to tell Sir Benjamin about the attack, but he doesn't seem interested at all. He barely even talks properly to Maria. Instead, he warns her about his dog, Rolf. If Rolf senses even the slightest danger, he will kill. But then he adds, "You're a Merriweather, so he won't harm you." And just like that, he leaves them alone in their room. Maria actually loves her new room. The next morning, she wakes up to find fresh biscuits and milk beside her bed, and a beautiful dress laid out for her. But she chooses not to wear it. Instead, she takes the Moonacre book and heads to breakfast. Benjamin notices the book. He asks about it. Maria explains, "My father left it for me." But Benjamin coldly replies, "Your father had no right to that book. It belongs to Moonacre." He takes the book and walks away. Maria asks Miss Haley to get it back, but Haley calmly says, "Don't worry, he'll return it later." Moments later, Benjamin returns to eat. Miss Haley tries to talk to him again, but he gets angry. Then Maria finally asks, "If we're such a problem for you, why did you even let us stay here?" Benjamin snaps, "My useless brother died in debt. What did he gain from the army? He borrowed money from the wrong people and left you alone. And worst of all, he was too proud to ask me for help." Maria feels hurt and angry, but she stays silent. Later, Benjamin shows them around the manor. Maria asks about the men who attacked them. Benjamin brushes it off. "You don't need to worry about them. Just stay away from the forest. That's where the Dinoir family lives." Maria wants to know more, but Benjamin walks away without answering. And just like that, Maria realizes this valley is hiding secrets, and she's only just stepped into them. That night, something strange happens. One of the stars painted on Maria's ceiling suddenly glows, and then like a shooting star in the sky, it streaks across and disappears. She's completely shocked. The next morning, just like before, she finds fresh biscuits and a new dress in her room, but again, she refuses to wear it. Instead, she heads down to the hall, and suddenly, the piano starts playing, all by itself. Maria slowly walks toward it and begins playing along, but this makes Sir Benjamin furious. To distract her, he takes Maria out for horseback riding. At first, she's scared of the horse, but soon she starts enjoying it. For the first time, she feels a little free. She smiles and says, "I really like this. Can I stay out here a bit longer?" Benjamin replies, "You can stay, but don't go into the forest, and be back before dark." Then he leaves her alone. After a while, Maria hears strange noises coming from the forest. Curious, she gets off the horse and walks inside. There, she finds a rabbit trapped in a cage. She quickly tries to free it, but suddenly, members of the Dinoir family appear. Maria notices a wound on Robin's hand and realizes he was one of the attackers from before. Robin grabs her and tries to drag her away, but just in time, Rolf arrives. Terrified, Robin and his men run away. Maria takes the rabbit back with her and names her Serena. That night, Maria looks out her window and sees something unbelievable, a white unicorn. But before she can react, it suddenly disappears, and once again, the star on her ceiling breaks. Now she's even more confused. The next morning, Maria goes straight to Benjamin. She says, "Something really strange is happening in this house. Every morning, someone leaves biscuits and dresses in my room. The stars on my ceiling keep breaking. I saw a mysterious white horse outside, and even the piano plays by itself." Benjamin is sitting at the piano, but instead of answering, he gets overwhelmed and suddenly walks away. Just then, Rolf appears and leads Maria somewhere. On the way, she notices a mirror, but what she sees shocks her. Rolf's reflection isn't a dog, it's a black lion. Maria is stunned. Then she discovers a secret door, which leads her straight into the kitchen. There she meets the cook, Marmaduke. Maria quickly realizes he's the one leaving biscuits for her every morning. Marmaduke tells her, "Things have started changing in this valley. The magic is coming back. If you want answers, you need to finish the story." Maria says, "My uncle took the book. I can't read it anymore." Marmaduke smiles and replies, "There's another copy in the library." Maria rushes to the library and finds the book. She starts reading again. The Moon Princess had revealed the magical pearls to both families, but when her father William touched them, his true thoughts came out. No matter what happens, these pearls will always belong to the Dinoir family. Then Ralph touched the pearls and said, "With these, I can take control of the entire valley." Hearing this, the Moon Princess is horrified. She locks the pearls inside a box, but greed takes over. William grabs the box, and Ralph takes the key. They begin fighting each other. Furious and heartbroken, the Moon Princess places a curse on Moonacre Valley. She says, "You've all been blinded by greed. These pearls will belong to no one. One day, a pure-hearted Moon Princess will return, and if you still refuse to listen, then on the 5,000th full moon, this valley will be destroyed forever." After that, the magical pearls disappear, and both families begin blaming each other, turning into enemies for generations. Maria closes the book and runs back to Marmaduke. She asks about the curse. Marmaduke says, "You can already see it. This manor is slowly falling apart. The curse is real. Only a true Moon Princess can break it." Maria asks, "But the Moon Princess lived hundreds of years ago. How can she come back?" Marmaduke replies, "I've heard only a true Moon Princess can see the white unicorn, and you said you saw one." He looks at her and says, "Maria, that means you are the Moon Princess. You must find the pearls and return them to the sea. Only then can you unite both families and break the curse. But you don't have much time. The 5,000th full moon is coming soon." Maria doesn't believe him. She goes back to her room and starts counting all the full moons since the curse began. And then, she realizes something terrifying. The next full moon is the 5,000th, and now time is running out. That night, because of everything Marmaduke said, Maria can't sleep, and soon she falls into a terrifying dream. In it, Robin's father, Coeur de Noir, is chasing her through the darkness. The next morning, Maria wakes up shaken, and she makes a decision. She's leaving Moonacre. She packs her things and tries to go through the main gate, but it's locked. So instead, she heads into the forest. Deep inside, she discovers a hidden cave, and there, she meets Loveday, Robin's sister. Maria quickly realizes something. Loveday is the one who's been secretly leaving dresses in her room every day, because inside the cave, there are dozens of those same dresses. Loveday tells her something shocking. "I was once a Moon Princess too, but I failed to unite the families." Then she asks Maria to look into a mirror. Maria looks, and what she sees is horrifying. A massive moon crashes down onto Moonacre Valley, destroying everything. Loveday asks, "What did you see?" But Maria doesn't answer. She turns to leave. Loveday stops her. She says, "Your father tried to run away too, but you can't escape this. Even after his death, he sent you here, because he knew only you can save Moonacre." Maria asks, "Can't my uncle Sir Benjamin help us?" Loveday's expression turns cold. "Don't say his name in front of me again. You have to find the magical pearls." Both families blame each other, but no one actually knows where the pearls are. Maria takes out the history book again, and this time, she finds something hidden in the cover, the key to the pearl box. Together, Maria and Loveday head toward the Dinoir castle, but along the way, Loveday is overwhelmed by her past, and suddenly, she runs away. Now alone, Maria sneaks into the castle, carefully avoiding the guards, but it doesn't last long. Coeur de Noir finds out she's there, and the guards capture her. Maria faces him and hands him the key. She says, "Your ancestors stole the pearls and put the entire valley in danger. It's time you fix that mistake." But Coeur de Noir smirks. He opens the box without even using the key, and inside, there are no pearls. Maria is confused. She thinks he's hiding them, but he says, "Before our family could take them, your family stole the pearls, and soon, on the full moon, your Merryweather family will pay the price." Robin throws Maria into a cell, but Maria comes up with a plan. She hangs her dress near the window and hides by the door. When the guard sees the dress, he gets confused and walks inside. That's her chance. Maria escapes. Robin and his men chase her, but Maria jumps into a deep ravine and disappears. The enemies search for her, but she hides behind a tree, and manages to escape. Just then, Rolf appears again and safely leads her back to the manor. But Coeur Noir sees her leaving and burns with anger. He can't enter the manor, but he knows now something is changing. Back at the manor, Maria tries to tell Sir Benjamin everything, but instead of listening, he scolds her harshly. Hurt and frustrated, Maria snaps, "You're not my father. You don't have the right to treat me like this," and she storms off to her room. Later that night, Benjamin comes to her door. Softly he says, "I'm sorry. I was too hard on you. You were gone for so long we were worried. I've been alone in this house for years. I don't really like people, especially women, but I'm glad you came back." Maria doesn't open the door, but hearing him speak kindly makes her feel a little better. Benjamin quietly walks away. At midnight, the star on her ceiling breaks again. Maria whispers, "The moon, it's getting closer to the valley, but I don't know what to do." Suddenly, she hears a noise. Frightened, she hides. But then a secret door opens, and Loveday enters her room. Loveday says, "I brought you the Moon Princess dress, and I'm sorry for leaving you." Maria forgives her, and finally, she puts on the Moon Princess dress. Maria shows Loveday around the manor. Loveday sits at the piano and begins to play, and then Maria sees something in the mirror, a memory from the past. Loveday and Benjamin, sitting together, playing piano. They were in love, but Loveday had hidden the truth, that she was a Dinoir, and when Benjamin found out, he believed she was only pretending to love him to get the magical pearls. Heartbroken and angry, he cut all ties with her. Loveday tries to explain everything to Benjamin, but he refuses to listen. Heartbroken, she runs away. Maria turns to her and says, "Running away won't fix anything. You should have stayed," calmed him down and apologized. But Loveday replies, "I didn't do anything wrong. Why should I apologize? He's the one who broke my heart." That's when Maria realizes something deeper. The real curse of this valley, she says, isn't magic. It's pride and ego. Meanwhile, Digweed is about to remove the Moon Princess painting outside Maria's room, but Maria stops him, and suddenly, the Moon Princess inside the painting comes to life. She reveals the truth. She had hidden the magical pearls herself, inside a cave, beneath a tree. Marmaduke explains, "In this entire valley, only one person knows the forest better than anyone, Robin. With his help, you can find that cave." At first, Maria refuses. She doesn't want Robin's help, but then she realizes she's starting to become just like everyone else, proud and stubborn, so she changes her mind. Maria asks Digweed to deliver letters to both Benjamin and Loveday, hoping to bring them back together. Then she rides off into the forest. She places Serena the rabbit inside a cage as bait. When Robin comes to grab the rabbit, Maria traps him in a net and leaves him hanging upside down. She says, "If you agree to help me, I'll let you go." Robin agrees. Maria cuts the rope, and he drops down, but immediately, he tries to attack her. Right then, Rolf appears, and Robin backs off. Maria says, "If we work together, we can find the pearls and save Moonacre before it's too late." Robin, tired of the endless hatred between families, finally agrees. As they move forward, Robin ties a piece of Maria's ribbon to a tree, so his father won't track them, but they're already being watched. A falcon belonging to Coeur Noir sees everything and reports back. Now, Coeur Noir and his men head into the forest to capture Maria. At the same time, Benjamin and Loveday receive Maria's letters. Each thinks the other has finally realized their mistake. They both arrive at the manor, hopeful. Benjamin apologizes, but Loveday doesn't. He gets frustrated. "You left me, and I'm the one apologizing. If you don't regret anything, why call me here?" Loveday is confused. "I didn't call you. You called me." They compare letters and realize Maria set this up. Benjamin quickly asks Miss Helly about Maria and learns the truth. Maria is in the forest with Robin, searching for the pearls. Without wasting a second, Benjamin rushes into the forest with Loveday and the others. On the way, Loveday says, "When I left, you didn't even try to find me. That proves you never loved me." Benjamin stays silent, but then Marmaduke reveals the truth. "After you left, Sir Benjamin searched for you everywhere for months, but sadly, he never found you." Hearing this, Loveday realizes Benjamin really did love her, and those feelings come rushing back. She splits from the group to find Maria faster. Miss Helly is left behind. Meanwhile, Maria and Robin are searching for the hidden cave beneath the tree. Rolf runs ahead, and Maria follows him. But suddenly, Robin is captured by Dulac, one of Coeur Noir's men, and hides behind a tree. Maria looks around. Robin is gone. All she hears is Rolf barking in the distance, so she continues forward, alone. The Dinoir men trap Rolf by pushing him into a pit. Dulac takes Robin to Coeur Noir, and Coeur says, "Wasn't your sister's betrayal enough? Now you're betraying me too. This time, I'll kill the Moon Princess myself." Meanwhile, Maria spots the white unicorn again, and following it, she finally reaches the cave beneath the tree. But just as she arrives, Coeur Noir appears and captures her. Maria screams for help. Hearing her voice, Rolf manages to escape the pit. Dulac panics and releases Robin. Robin rushes back with Rolf, but suddenly, Dulac shoots Rolf. and Rolf falls. Everything goes silent. Robin has no choice. He runs straight toward Maria, faces his own father, and holds a dagger to his throat. For the first time, the war between families has turned into something personal. At this point, Coeur Denoir has completely lost trust in Robin, so he lets Maria go with him. Maria and Robin rush into the hidden cave beneath the tree. This was the place where the original Moon Princess once lived. And finally, Maria finds the magical pearls hanging around the neck of a statue. She grabs the pearls and escapes through a secret tunnel with Robin. By the time Denoir's men reach the cave, it's already empty. The tunnel is dark, but Maria uses the glow of the pearls to light the way. And soon, they reach the exact place where the Moon Princess once placed the curse. But they're not alone. Coeur Denoir is already there. And moments later, Sir Benjamin arrives too. The two men immediately start fighting, but Maria steps in and stops them. She points toward the moon, now closer than ever. Then she does something unexpected. She places the magical pearls in their hands and asks them to forgive each other. But even now, their pride and ego don't let them say sorry. Seeing this, Maria realizes the truth. This curse won't end until someone makes the ultimate sacrifice. So she makes her decision. She runs toward the ocean to throw the pearls into it. But suddenly, the pearls stick to her dress. And now she understands. To break the curse, she must sacrifice herself. Maria steps forward, ready to jump into the sea. Robin and everyone else tries to stop her, but she doesn't listen. She jumps. The moment she hits the water, the pearls detach from her dress, and Maria loses consciousness. Benjamin and Loveday break down in tears. They believe Maria is gone. But then, a powerful light bursts from the moon. A massive wave rises from the ocean, and riding on that wave, a white unicorn appears, along with a herd of horses running across the water. On the unicorn's back, Maria lies unconscious. The wave gently carries her to the shore, and slowly, she opens her eyes. Everyone is overjoyed. She's alive, and with the light of the 5,000th full moon, the curse finally breaks. Suddenly, Rolf comes back to life. He transforms from a dog into a majestic black lion. Everyone is shocked, but Maria smiles. She knows it's really him. The black lion walks calmly and sits beside the unicorn. For the first time, peace fills the valley, but danger isn't over yet. Dulik shows up and tries to shoot Maria, but just in time, Miss Helly steps in. With nothing but her umbrella, she beats him back and drives him away. And finally, everything begins to heal. Benjamin proposes to Loveday, Digweed confesses his love to Miss Helly, and Maria starts to fall for Robin. Benjamin smiles and says, "At last, everything is as it should be." The two families of Moonacre are finally united, and just like that, the curse is broken, love wins, and Moonacre is saved. If this story showed you anything, it's that pride can break families, but love can fix everything. So if you believe in second chances, hit subscribe, share this with someone you care about, and I'll see you in the next story.